Hey guys, it's Cameron and welcome back to Cameron and Scary. Yeah, welcome back to Cameron and Scary. I hope you guys are all doing well tonight, whatever you guys are doing. And I hope you guys had a wonderful, happy 4th of July holiday, whatever it is you guys did. You guys are watching this video on July the 5th. So yeah, you guys are definitely watching this video on the 5th of July. So yeah, this is for July the 5th. Tonight's video is another scary tale I also thought about. This is going to be about why you should never drive in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, this will be about why you should never drive in the middle of nowhere. But the title for tonight's video is called Why You Should Never Drive in the Middle of Nowhere. So yeah, the title for tonight's video is called Why You Should Never Drive in the Middle of Nowhere. This will be about a young couple who are driving in the middle of nowhere and their car suddenly stops working whenever they're trying to head back home. So yeah, this story does involve a young couple who are driving out in the middle of nowhere almost before sunset. Yeah, almost before the sun starts going down. So yeah, this story does involve a young couple who are driving out in the middle of nowhere and their car suddenly stops working and it breaks down in the middle of nowhere. But anyway, let's just get started with tonight's video. Once upon a time, there was a boyfriend and his girlfriend who were driving out in the middle of nowhere before sunset. They were trying to get back home. Yeah, they were trying to get back home while they were driving out in the middle of nowhere because they need to get back home. Okay, here comes a scary part I'm about to say to make this video interesting for you guys. When the boyfriend is driving his car trying to get him and his girlfriend back home, his car suddenly starts to make a noise and it suddenly stops. It stops working and it suddenly breaks down in the middle of nowhere during sunset. And he tried to get his car to start, but it would not work. No matter how many times he turned his car keys, his car still would not start. No matter how many times he turns his keys, it still does not start. And his girlfriend was getting really worried because she really wanted to get back home because she was afraid of the sun starting to set. So her and her boyfriend decided to just sit in a car until it works. And the boyfriend turned on some romantic music for him and his girlfriend and they start to kiss while the music was playing in the car. While they're kissing in the car with romantic music, all of a sudden their romantic music was interrupted by a news report. The news report on the radio said that there was a killer on the loose. Yeah, they heard a news report on the radio saying that there was a killer on the loose. The girlfriend was getting more scared than before. And the boyfriend and his girlfriend locked all the doors and windows in their car whenever they heard the news report about a killer being on the loose. But they stayed in the car until it starts to work. And they they did stay in the car until it started to work again. And the girlfriend was getting so worried and scared because of the news report she heard about a killer being on the loose. So yeah, the young couple just sat in the car. Yeah, they sat in the car until it starts working. And the boyfriend was trying to see if the car will start, but it still did not start. So he waited for a couple of minutes to see if his car will start. And his girlfriend was getting really scared by the news report that she heard about the killer that was on the loose. But her boyfriend was there to protect her. Yeah, her boyfriend was there to protect her. And they had all their doors and windows locked in the car while they were sitting in it. Yeah, good thing all their doors and windows were locked in the car. Okay, the boyfriend decided to see if the car will work. Finally, his car started to work. And they safely drove back home so the killer would not get them. And the girlfriend was so happy too. Yeah, the girlfriend was feeling so happy that she was finally going back home. And that's why you should never drive in the middle of nowhere. Because you'll never know if your car will break down in the middle of nowhere. Especially during sunset. Even if it gets dark outside. That's why you should never drive out in the middle of nowhere. Especially if your car breaks down. Even if the sun starts to set and get dark outside. Finally, they made it back home. The young couple made it back home. They never drove in the middle of nowhere ever again. Yeah, the boyfriend and his girlfriend never ever drove out in the middle of nowhere. And they decided to just sit on the couch and just look at some television since they were safe back home. And and that way so the killer would not come because there was a killer on the loose whenever they heard the news report and on their radio in their car. But they kept all their doors and windows locked in their house. Yeah, the young couple kept all their windows and doors locked so the killer would not come and get them. In which it did not. Yeah, good thing it did not come get them. So yeah, the girlfriend and her boyfriend decided to just look at some TV in their living room that night whenever they came back home. And they never ever drove out in the middle of nowhere ever again. Yeah, this is why you should never ever drive out in the middle of nowhere, especially during sunset or if it starts to get dark outside. That's why you should never ever drive out in the middle of nowhere. But anyway, the young couple never ever drove out in the middle of nowhere ever again. But yeah, the boyfriend and his girlfriend never drove in the middle of nowhere ever again. And they decided to just sit on the couch and look at some TV. Yeah, they did sit on the couch and look at some TV that night whenever they came back home. And they never ever drove out in the middle of nowhere ever again. So yeah, the young couple never drove out in the middle of nowhere ever again. Okay, I guess I'll put an end to it there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this scary tale. If you guys enjoyed this video and scary tale, make sure you guys give me a big old thumbs up if you guys did enjoy this video, and subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already, so you guys don't miss a new video I post every single week. And yeah, subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already, so you guys don't miss a new video I post every single week. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. And as always, stay creepy.